Hello my fellow dreamers and welcome to my channel. You have probably clicked this link because you've had a weird crazy sex dream and you're wondering if you need to actually go and see a psychologist because you might be feeling that you're a bit perverted or crazy or creepy for having had these sexual dreams about a completely inappropriate person. So do not fret, you can put that aside, you are normal. So many people have sex dreams about all kinds of people, and it's not that you are crazy or perverted, it's because you're feeling this big merge. You want to merge together with something in your life, like qualities that you want to merge. So it's very rarely about sex. Well, sometimes it's about sex, but it's often about merging. So especially if it's a weird dream and you're having sex with somebody you would not actually normally want to have sex with in real life, then it's got something to do with merging. Of course, sometimes you'll dream about having sex about somebody that you're crazy into, so call a cigar, you're fine with that. That's just you, meaning you actually want to have sex with that person, and it's kind of a fantasy. If you're having a sex dream about somebody that's inappropriate and that you don't really want to have sex with in real life, take a look at that person, like think about that person and then think about the three first words that come to mind when you think about that person. Normally, it might be one of those three things that you feel that you need more of in your life, or you need to incorporate into your life. I know that having sex dreams can be kind of weird, and like especially when it's somebody really inappropriate, and you do wake up and you feel like, oh my god, I'm going insane, like I'm a creepy, weird ass person. And because of all the taboo around it as well, like through religion and stuff, it's like been all this taboo around it. So, you know, we feel like it's, oh, this is bad, I'm a bad person. It's not that. You're not creepy, you're not weird, you're completely perfectly normal. So I'm going to go into a few different dream scenarios and let you hear what I have to say. Some of this I've taken from an article written by Candice Jalili. Candice Jalili. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. If she sees this, I apologize. I love the way she wrote, so Google her and check her out, her work, because it's kind of fun to read. It's also my own take on it, obviously, and me reading around and personal experience, whatever. But let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with the number one thing that's like ridiculously icky. Like when you have a dream of that you're like incest, like you're having sex with a family member, can be so disturbing, and one can wake up and feel like, oh my god, my mind is broken, I'm a crazy, disgusting person. What's wrong with me? But it's nothing wrong with you, and it's normal. So what that could mean is that you're merging together with some aspect this person has that you need to have or want to have in your life. And it could be also because family members that you trust, maybe that you feel like you're having sex or merging with that person because that person is good at a specific thing that you want to get good at or you need in your life, maybe in your company or personally as well, but you need it in your life right now and you need somebody that you can trust. So that could be an example to why you would dream a dream like that. If you're having sex in your dream with a coworker, this could mean that, unless you're completely attracted to this coworker, obviously, because then it's you just wanting to have sex and it's like you're just thinking about that person and being very attracted to that person. So that just means that, you know, self kind of explains itself. However, if this coworker is nobody you've thought about having sex with before, it could mean that you're just like there's an aspect in them that you are drawn to or want, like in your life, such as, is that person structured? Maybe you need more structure in your life. Maybe that the boss really likes that person. You're wanting to get, like, how do you get closer with the boss? And maybe this person got a big raise and you didn't, or vice versa. It's just something about that person that you want merging with, and can explain why you're having sexual dreams about that person. If you're dreaming about having sex with a boss, it probably means that you want more power and authority in your life in a certain aspect, and it doesn't need to be the work at work. It could be any part of your life. Something to take into consideration when you're analyzing your dream is also where are you having the sex? Maybe you're having the sex, in your dream, having sex with the boss at somebody's house, and you're wanting to be more in charge of that situation with the person that actually lives in that house, maybe a friend or whatever. Having gay sex dreams when you're straight is actually very normal, and it doesn't mean that you're turning gay or that you're coming out of the closet necessarily. It could do if you haven't, obviously, you know yourself, or if you're bi and you're whatever. But normally, if you totally know you're straight and you have these dreams, then that's perfectly normal. Like girl on girl could mean that you're looking for this this intimacy, this nurturing, caring side, and that's what you're wanting to merge more with. Apparently, this is quite normal when you are pregnant to dream that you're having sex with a girl, because that's when you're wanting that more, this nurturing, and you're becoming more nurturing and loving. So that could be it. Men on men, guys on guys. It's also quite natural to dream about. If you're a guy, you could be going on a hot date, getting a promotion, something big, and you're wanting to merge with this manly side of you. So it doesn't mean that you're, starting to get different flavors in your life. It just means that you're just, that, psychologically, you're wanting that aspect of that like person or feeling. Then if you're dreaming about girl on girl or guy on guy with a person that you know, it could be that you're found a deeper level with that person. Maybe you bonded on some level. Doesn't mean that you're necessarily socially sexually attracted to that person. If you are gay and you're dreaming about having sex with the opposite sex, then it could mean that you're feeling like under pressure from society, that you should be trying to fit into this square and be attracted to women when you're not, or vice versa. So that could be it. If you have come out, then you go by this golden rule of what is that person, what do you like about that person, what aspects, name 3 things that come to mind, and it will be probably one of those things that you like or want to merge with. Having dreams about having sex with a close friend of yours could just simply mean that you're found a deeper level with them, like I said earlier. So it doesn't mean that you're like attracted to them, unless of course you are, which if you are or not. But it would probably mean that you just bonded on a deeper level and you're just merging with that. So no harm, no foul. If you're dreaming about having a threesome, that could be you wanting to spice up your sex life, or maybe you're actually thinking about it and it's kind of like a dress rehearsal for the actual thing, because it could probably be a bit daunting if you haven't done it before and that sort of thing. So, but it could also mean that you just need to spice up your love life with your partner, or if you're single, just spice it up generally. Maybe you haven't had sex for a while or something. Maybe it is wishful thinking, I don't know. A lot of people want to have it, so. If you're watching 2 other people have sex, then you could be feeling left out in real life in a situation. Maybe you're feeling on the sidelines and like you're being neglected somehow in any part of your life. Like just look into how you're feeling about a certain situation, and that's probably where it's coming from. Just feeling like you're not part of the group and perhaps wanting to be. So if you're having sex in your dream with an animal, you're probably freaking out as well, thinking, oh my God, I am an awful, awful person, but you're not. It's the same thing applies there. It's like an animal that, what does that animal say to you? Like what 3 things about that animal do you think are really cool? Say you're having sex with a dog in your dream, then that probably means that A dog is loyal, trustworthy, it's your best friend, and maybe you're needing to be more of that to your best friend or something. Is like telling you, the director of our dreams, like ourselves, obviously, but it's directing the dream to make it very obvious. So see the aspects of it. If you're dreaming about a type of cat, like big or whatever, cats are very independent. They're very sure of themselves. Maybe you're wanting to feel more sure about yourself, that sort of thing. So just like look into what the animal represents, and that's probably where you're wanting to get more of into your life. If you're having sex in your dream with a random person from your high school, same rule applies. 3 things that pop into your head when you think about that person, because you might not have actually thought about this person since high school, but what is it in your life now that you're needing more of from that person? Maybe you dreamt about having sex with this person that was artistic and very free-spirited. Maybe you're in a time in your life where you're getting more spiritual, and you don't really have the guts to open up about it. And maybe this dream is like telling you, yeah, be more like this person. Like, you're wanting more of that. Or maybe you're into somebody who likes, who was like into football, and maybe you're wanting to score something, or just figure out what it is about that person that you liked. Or maybe somebody was really good at studying and you're finding it hard to study or paying attention these days. So figure that out and you will know why you dreamt that. Right, having sex with your ex in your dream is like super, super, super common. And what that means is more likely that you're just wanting not that person back per se, you're just wanting the spark back. And maybe you have a relationship now and you're like, there's something missing. You're like, oh, this spark, and you're like wanting that beginning of a relationship feeling back. And and what to do about that is to see how you can spice up the love life you have now at this present moment. Like, you never want your life or love life to be dull. Like, you have to work at everything in your life. You want to keep a plant, you have to water it. If you don't want your pet to die, you need to feed it. It's the same thing goes for your work. If you stop working, you get fired. Yet relationships people tend to just like give up, or just not bother with them, like take them for granted, and then they die, and everyone's like, hey, what happened? And it's like, yeah, but you haven't actually nourished the relationship. Anyway, this is my take on it. Sorry, don't mean to judge. Just calling it what it is. If you're having sex with a stranger in your dream, it's represents yourself. Like, if the thing that you're attracted to in this person in the dream, you're also attracted to in yourself. So be proud of that and stand for that. If you're dreaming that you are having sex with somebody you started dating, but they have a different face, it could mean that you have you've seen a different part of them and you like it. So that's all good. But if you don't like it, if you feel like it's you're having sex with them and it's not feeling so good, then you're probably not liking that new side to that person. If you're dreaming that your partner is cheating on you, then that could just mean that you feel like you need more time with your partner. Your partner is maybe spending a lot of time at work or with his hobbies or friends, and you're feeling neglected. It's probably a good idea to talk about that and how you feel, and so you don't feel neglected, and maybe he or she could cut down on one of those aspects to nourish the relationship a bit more. If you dream you're having sex with somebody you hate, then you just need to go within yourself and try and find some kind of way of forgiving that person, because you are the one carrying all that burden. You're not punishing them by you carrying the hatred, like you are literally, hatred is like a big sack on your back. Like just know that they did the best they could at the time, and it doesn't mean that that was right, but let it go and move on. Just try and be forgiving so that you don't have to carry that load anymore, because you're literally just hurting yourself. When you look at Christianity, and let's see, I need to pick up my little note here. Christian theologians, yeah, and traditional healers, like actually love healing and stuff. So not sure what they mean here by healers, but they kind of believe that it could be Satan or demons when you're having sex in a dream. I'm just saying this, I'm not saying I believe that, because I don't, but I'm just saying that's their take on that. A Sagona based in Johannesburg believes that it's demonic and that it's witchcraft. She says as well that if you dream that you're having sex a lot, you'll turn unattractive and ugly. And yeah, and that you'll also remain without a partner for the rest of your life. So like, man, I have so many dreams. Obviously some of them are, you know, I'm having sex, so because I'm normal. I am single a lot, so maybe she has a point. Anyway, what can I say? Right. And they go on to say that if you're having dreams about forced sex, then women means they're insecure about their sex life. I'm just saying what I read. I don't really believe that. So, but I'm not judging. I do think that we need to just let go of all this guilt. It's like sex is a natural part of life, and it doesn't mean that it's evil to have dreams about them. Obviously, violating anybody in any way, shape, or form when it's a violation, like, it's awful and horrible, and shame upon the person who does that, because that's not love at all. But if you're like in real life having sex with you know, anyone, and it's a nice connection between two people and the respect that is there, then that's great. Having these dreams like about different people, or that's feels taboo or whatever, it is way more natural than you would think. So you can just let it go. You're normal. You're a normal human being having a dream, and it doesn't mean that you actually want to have sex with your boss, sibling, animal, or whatever. It doesn't mean that. So please let it go. Please, 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 please. You don't need to carry that anymore. Let it go. And obviously, it's normal to have just when you're feeling that you're sort of in the mood. You're like for me, like I tend to get them more when I tend to get more sex dreams when I am my body is in the fertile time of the month. Like that's when I can dream about it. So, you know, it doesn't mean a demonic being or Satan has come into my bed and stuff. Anyway, brought up with a Catholic dad. Clearly, I'm blushing a little bit. Anyway, I hope this video has helped you a little bit. Love you loads. Have your sweet, sweet dreams. And you're not weird. You're wonderful. And your dreams are too. Please, if you have a cool dream you want me to analyze a little bit, just like scroll down and leave a little comment, and also follow me. That would be cool too. So lots of love. Bye.